Hey everyone, I wanted to walk you through the Unit Zero FRQ and how I would go about answering it. Some of you are right on with knowing the different parts of an experiment. Those of you who get stuck on this, please make sure you're reviewing these things. You need to know how to be able to do an experiment. So, step one is read through the FRQ, and this is only part of one that was used in the past. So it says the active ingredients in many pesticides are chemical compounds that kill organisms such as insects, mold, and weeds. Proponents claim that the use of pesticides improves crop yields and thus protects land and soil by reducing the conversion of forests and wetlands to croplands. Opponents of pesticide use claim that pesticides degrade water and soil quality and that other modern agricultural techniques and practices are responsible for the improved crop yield in recent years. So, great. It says, so let's look at letter A. It says, design a laboratory experiment to determine whether or not a new pesticide, product X, is toxic to minnows, which is a small type of fish. And then they break down the different things you're going to need to do. So step one, this is what they asked you to do. Describe an experiment to determine whether or not a new pesticide is toxic to minnows. So some of you in your Unit Zero FRQs went on other tangents or other experiments, which was great, but it didn't answer the question. So we want to state our hypothesis. And I like to always have my hypothesis is if I do this, then this will happen. So I'm going to say if I use product X, the health of the minnows in the surrounding water will be negatively, learning to spell, affected. So I have if I use product X, then the health of surrounding, you guys get to watch how horrible I am at typing and talking. So if I use product X, then the health of the minnows in the surrounding water will be negatively affected. So there we go. There's a good hypothesis. I have if, I have then, and we can easily test this. So here is my method. So a lot of you were giving me two groups. You had your experimental group and your control group. That's usually good, but when it comes to apes, they're probably going to want at least 3. So I am going to say I will have 3 tanks of water with, let's pick a decent number, 30 minnows in each. In the first tank, I will put none of product X. In the second tank, I will put just make up numbers because they don't care. So a small amount. I'll say 2 grams of product X. And in the final tank, I will put 10 grams of product X. So I have my no product X, my small amount, and my larger amount, because maybe a little bit's okay, but a lot of it is not. I will feed each tank the same amount once a day and monitor health and lives of fish over, give it a decent amount of time, a month. Maybe they die right away, maybe it takes a minute. Monitor the health. So the little squiggly said you do something wrong, so it's easy to pick up and change. So I'm going to have 3 tanks of water with 30 minnows in each. First tank, nothing. Second tank, 2 grams of product X, and in the final tank, 10 grams. That's a lot. I'm feeding them the same amount once a day and monitoring the health and lives of fish over a month. The control. The control is the first tank, the one that receives no product X. Since that is my independent variable, it's what we are testing. Some of you were listing the constants there. Those are important, but that's not what's being asked for. So make sure you're telling me the control is the group that is not receiving the product. Identify the dependent variable. The dependent variable is what we are measuring. So the dependent variable is the health and lives of the fish. This will, which is pretty much all you need to put. I'm just adding more because I can. This will be, nope, we don't even need that. Health and lives of the fish. So, hey, are you guys healthy? Are you alive? That is what we are measuring. Describe experimental results that would lead you to reject your hypothesis. So I am saying if I use product X, then the health of the minnows will be negatively affected. So the opposite of that would be if my minnows in the second and third tanks are healthier than the minnows in the first tank, this would, just copy, lead me to reject my hypothesis. And this was only part of an FRQ, so the second part goes into more details, but this is literally all you need to do. So nice, simple, quick sentences, as long as you're actually answering what is being asked. So describe results. So I said product X is going to make them less healthy. So if they are healthier than the control, this would lead me to reject it. And that's all you need to do. So if you are confused as to, and we will review this in class as well next week, so, or this week, whenever you're watching this video. So if you are still confused as the different parts of an experiment, please, 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 please watch the notes on that, review it until it makes sense. You need to be able to, one, set up an experiment, and two, identify all of the different parts. So that is all I have for you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.